Click your Kid Harmon, click your apps, click your sheets, and make a sheet. Choose a blank sheet and type practice for quiz and put your name there. When you're done with that, grab cells A through E on the one row and merge them and make sure that they're centered. And name it Notes for Quiz. When you're done with that, click on this first box and find cell A3 and type this is cell A3. When you're done with that, go out to D5 and type this is cell D5. So I'm just trying to pound into your heads how these get their name. The D and the 5 connect at that cell. Then I'd like you to go to B5 and put a 7. And I'd like you to go to B6 and put an 8. Go to C4 and put a 3. And go to C6 and put a 5. Then I'd like you to select them, grab the autofill, and drag them down until you get to the 10 row. Notice this side, the autofill, using that handle, counts by 2s. This side it counts by 1. So I'm just trying to get you to remember how to name cells and how to use autofill. I don't feel like we need to practice fonts, font size, bold, italics, strike through we don't use much, or text color. I'm not too worried about the filling. I want you to put borders around this, and let's just do the color again, and then after you pick the color, then do the all borders. I do want us to practice functions. So I'd like you to do the sum function. Remember, it shows you the sum and it asks where you want the sum from, and you grab the cells you care about and press enter. Once you've created one sum function, you can do the sum of the other one by autofill, or you could do the trick again just to practice it. So there's my sum. I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to press enter. I get the same result, but there's 2 ways to do it. So get your borders and your sums done like that. At this point, delete these words and put the words here. Put name, put cities, put states, and then I'd like you to put 3 names real quick in these boxes. You can make up any names you want. When you've got those 3 names in, I want you to practice deleting rows by selecting the 8, 9, and 10 and hitting delete rows 8, 9, and 10. So now we've got a real small chunk of data with the numbers 7, 8, 9, 3, 5, 7, or whatever numbers you pick. When you've got that small chunk of data, remember this was our total. I want you to also find our average. Remember, we do averages with the same tool. The only difference with this is we got to make sure we don't grab the total row. So we don't grab the 24, and when we press enter, it gives an average of 8. Well, 8 times 3 is 24, so that makes sense. And then let's use autofill to pull that across again. And our average here was 5, which also makes sense because 5 divided by 3 is average. 5 times 3 is 15. Let's make the word name centered. Let's make it bold. And let's paint that format to this spot and then paint it again to this spot. Then I'd like you to select just the names and the data. Don't select the total and the average. And I'd like you to make a chart super quick. We're cool with our chart looking just like that. It says cities and states, so it shows how many each one may have visited. And then you can hit insert and move it to the side. At this point, I think I've run over all the commands like print. You should understand your functions, your chart tool. You should understand that comments let you tell a person that you share with stuff about it, and that share is the way that you can share it with each other. Google Sheets is totally free, which is another thing you need to understand. And you need to also understand that we've had several times where we've merged these boxes using the merge cells. And then when we share with people, we can use this as a place where we can talk with them. Once you've got yours filled in like that, I'd like you to prove you can share it by sharing it with another kid. I'm going to share mine with James like I have all the time. I'm going to try that again because I didn't put the whole thing. 21J, and I'm going to click on James. Now it's set, and I'm going to say check out my... I can add a note about check out my skillage, and I should be good to go for any quizzes that are coming up on spreadsheets. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.